Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we're discussing a watch that combines all sorts of different threads of Tudor history. We have a watch that includes unique materials, a proprietary movement, elements of historic snowflake submariner dials, and the company's very recent association with top-level competitive sailing. So you're looking at a model launched in 2023. This is the Tudor Pelagos FXD, and it is the Alinghi Red Bull Racing Edition. Of course, that is a syndicate best known for competing in America's Cup competition, where it has 2 championships. It's taken the Cup twice. Sponsored by the Yacht Club of Geneva, the Société Nautique, effectively an inland yacht club competing in open water racing. Though to be fair, they've also competed in GC32 Racing Tour, Bol d'Or on Lake Geneva, and they have many titles outside the world of America's Cup racing. So this watch is a tribute to all of that. Of course, the watch is based on the Pelagos FXD, or the military-inspired models that feature, among other things, fully integrated lugs, as the military models past and present often have. So, of course, this watch most immediately takes after the tradition of the FXD launched for the modern era back in 2021. So this model, made of carbon with a stainless steel caseback, titanium crown and bezel, carbon fiber case, 42 millimeters in diameter, 2 different ways to measure it, with the strap in place, which is kind of obligatory, 14 millimeters thick. Without the strap, if you just want to measure the case, it's going to be 13 millimeters thick, but it would be very difficult to wear this without some sort of underlaid strap. Taking a quick look at the caseback, you can see that there is the image of the Red Bull, a racing team sponsored by Red Bull, the Alinghi Red Bull Racing Team. And then we have a strap with a 22 millimeter size. That's what we're looking at. The watch is from lug tip to lug tip, is measured from the bottom, 51.6 millimeters with the 22 millimeter strap size. Now, within the range of Velcro, you have infinite adjustability. That's always the nice thing about Velcro. So when I throw it on my wrist, you can see that I'm able to get a very precise fit. And that's the great thing about Velcro. Within its range, it's effectively the infinitely adjustable material. And it wears nicely, very light. Being mostly sapphire, titanium, and carbon, it sits comfortably. You can see the Alingi colors here, red, white, and blue, very diverse. The kind of thing that could apply to almost half the national flags or sport team colors around the world. So if you're not specifically a fan of this racing team, it's still a very attractive colorway. Taking a look at how it sits on the wrist quite easily, I'd recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference. Once again, for clarity, mine is 16 centimeters. It's always satisfying to operate Velcro on a luxury watch. You can see we have here some titanium hardware that is properly Tudor branded. And then we're going to jump to the case. And the case is carbon, though it doesn't feature the elaborate visible layup of fibers that you typically find on this kind of case. The idea here being probably that what you're looking at consists mostly of a lightweight resin material. But we still have the lovely bevel-style lugs, a nod to the history of Tudor and Rolex. Back when they shared cases, they generally featured those handcrafted bevels, both screw-down crown, 200-meter water resistance. This is not a dive watch. The bezel is bidirectional, and it's best described as a mission timer bezel, like you would find on a Zinn. So if I were to align the minute hand, for example, with the index, what I'm actually looking at is a countdown. So if I want to use this as the countdown to a match, for example, well, I can just line up, depending on whether the countdown is 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Both are used in regatta. We have a ceramic insert within this micro-knurled titanium bezel. And it is really a pleasure to operate. The bezel knurling is super sharp, easy to grip. Let's do a quick field test to see how many clicks are involved here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, although bidirectional, a 120 click bezel. Let's take a look at the lume. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. The dial is fully luminescent, including the indices, all 3 hands, and the entire 60 minutes of the bezel. In addition to being a mission timer style bezel, we have some of those FXD military-inspired elements with all 60 minutes calibrated, as they often have been on military specification watches. Taking a look at the dial, it's dark matte blue. We have the red and white accents. We have the hands reminiscent of the old Tudor Submariner snowflakes that were made from the late 60s through the mid-70s. No date. This isn't that kind of Pelagos, nor does it have a helium escape valve, but 200 meters water resistant. It is a robustly made aquatic-oriented watch. And we do have stop seconds. Inside the case, we have a Tudor Kinesi MT5602, I believe is the specification in this no-date configuration. Movement with a 70-hour power reserve, COSC, Swiss chronometer certification, 5-position adjustment, anti-magnetic silicone hairspring, and a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for greater shock tolerance and stability. My favorite feature is a subtle one. You can see that the indices are actually applique blocks of solid luminescent material. So whether you love Tudor in general, maritime sport, if you're a fan of Alinghi, if you like Red Bull, if you want a fun, high-value watch with an excellent movement and superb aesthetics and ergonomics, this watch has something for everyone. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.